Ever wondered what tigers, a wedding band, and an ant have in common? Welcome to our poetry breakdown of Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrienne Rich. Now you might be asking yourself, who is Adrienne Rich? Well, she was an influential poet, essayist, and feminist who used her work to explore various aspects of identity and social issues. Aunt Jennifer's Tigers is one of her intriguing pieces that weaves together seemingly unrelated elements to tell a powerful story. This poem was written in the mid-20th century, a time when societal norms and expectations were quite different, especially for women. Rich uses the character of Aunt Jennifer and her embroidered tigers to explore themes of freedom, repression, and personal expression. But what's the significance of these tigers? And why does a wedding band feature in this narrative? So what's the connection between Aunt Jennifer, her tigers, and a wedding band? Stay tuned as we delve into this beautiful piece of poetry. The tigers prance across Aunt Jennifer's screen, but why? Let's unravel the mystery. We kick off with the first line. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. Here, these tigers aren't real. They're embroidered on a screen by Aunt Jennifer. They prance, they're lively and full of energy. They represent freedom, fearlessness, and a world untouched by human complications. On to the second line. Bright topaz denizens of a world of green. The tigers are described as bright topaz, a precious gem. They are inhabitants of a world of green, symbolizing an untouched natural environment, a stark contrast to Aunt Jennifer's world. The third and fourth lines, they do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Unlike Aunt Jennifer, these tigers are unafraid of men or societal expectations. Their sleek, chivalric certainty refers to their grace and confidence, traits that Aunt Jennifer admires and perhaps longs for. Moving on, we encounter the wedding band in the following lines. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. This wedding band signifies Aunt Jennifer's marriage, which she perceives as a burden. It's not just a ring, it is the embodiment of her oppressive marital life. The final lines, when Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Even after Aunt Jennifer's death, the ordeals symbolized by the wedding band remain. Her hands, once busy with embroidery, lie still, but the tigers she created continue to prance, embodying the spirit and freedom she yearned for. So the tigers prance across Aunt Jennifer's screen, a vivid symbol of the freedom and fearlessness she craved in her life. And the wedding band, an emblem of her oppressive marriage, weighs heavy on her hand, but does not dampen the spirit of the tigers she created. Now that we've walked through the poem, you might be starting to see the deeper meanings hidden in these lines. Aunt Jennifer's tigers are more than just animals on a screen. They represent a longing for freedom and power. In the world of Adrienne Rich's poetry, symbols often carry a weighty significance. In Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, these majestic beasts embody Aunt Jennifer's desire for personal freedom. This freedom, however, is not just about being free from physical constraints. It's about breaking free from societal expectations that have been imposed upon her, expectations that have left her feeling trapped and powerless. The poem also explores the theme of societal expectations, particularly those placed on women. Aunt Jennifer's wedding ring, a small piece of jewelry, symbolizes the heavy burdens of marriage and societal norms. It's a constant reminder of her obligations and the constraints they bring. The tigers, in contrast, represent the life she yearns for, a life of freedom, devoid of societal pressures. Another theme that emerges strongly is the power of art as an outlet for expression. For Aunt Jennifer, her artistry provides her with a safe space to express her innermost feelings and desires. Through her needlework, she brings to life the tigers, symbols of power and freedom, that she aspires to embody. In essence, each line of the poem is packed with symbols that reveal a deeper meaning, a reflection of Aunt Jennifer's inner world and her yearning for freedom. So, Aunt Jennifer's tigers aren't just tigers, they are symbols of a life she yearns for. In just a few lines, Adrienne Rich tells a powerful story about Aunt Jennifer. But what is the real takeaway from this poem? We've delved into each line, exploring the themes of freedom, societal critique, and the power of art. Each prancing tiger, each stitch, each finger fluttering through the ivory needle, speaks volumes about Aunt Jennifer's life and dreams. Remember, Aunt Jennifer's tigers aren't merely prancing animals. They are symbols of a desire for freedom, a critique of societal constraints, and a testament to the power of art. Thank you for joining us in unraveling the beauty of Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrienne Rich.